up in the top 5. All right, Bitcoin and Mara. Let's throw Mara in the top 5, okay, because of the Bitcoin. All right, and then I didn't even talk about OPTT yet. What time is it? 9:15. All right. Oh my gosh, UMAC, baby, UMAC. And guess what? Guess what?
Then everyone already made their money. We're calling the show now.
Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I'm not selling any yet, boy. I'm not selling any yet. All right, I'm not. I'm sorry. This is Donald Trump Jr. on a little $50 million market cap. Forget about it. And it's not just sentiment. They are going to win government contracts now. Don't you get it? I'm not selling this. I'm not selling it. All right? Because also I'm on the show and I don't have time. But maybe later I'll sell some. If I was not, to be honest with you, if I was not running this show now, I'd probably sell a little bit of 10. But, you know. Oh my gosh, up 95%. Sorry. This is great. I love it.
It is. And the crazy thing is, I just tweeted about this and it was only up 45%.
Oh my gosh, our community rocks. Thank you to whoever, forget, I'm terrible with names, so forgive me, but 1055. Oh, good Lord, have mercy. All right, let me just see this something here. Let me go back to my account now. What did I get? UMAC. Oh, hold on. Average price 687. 5,000 shares for. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm up 20 grand on UMAC in a $70,000 trading account. That's 90,000 opening at least. Holy frickin'. Good Lord, have mercy. Yosef, I hope you bought UMAC this morning. Oh my gosh. This is better than a stock option. There's no options on this, by the way. All right. I would not be surprised one of these days, could be today, to see UMAC up like 80%, you know, like something like PDY ended 130%. Wouldn't be surprised. So took a bet on UMAC this morning. I got to tell you, there's a possibility UMAC does something crazy like this over the next couple days. All right. I think there's a high chance, very high chance we'll see 960 again today. Good chance we'll see over 10, and definitely a possibility this thing does $10, $15, $20 over the next few days. So UMAC, all right, got to make that, even now at these prices, up 45%, got to make it the #1 pick of the day. I can tell you, as I'm thinking about it, as I'm talking about this out loud with you guys, you know, I think I got to buy some long-term shares here. I think I do. This is, I only have exposure now in my trade account. I'm going to do it right now on the air. All right. UMAC, even though, okay, I'm going to buy it high, get it, but that's okay. All right. We're going to buy some more shares here, but this time it's going into my long-term account. I was in Mara this morning. I sold Mara to buy more UMAC, and that's looking to be the right decision. I don't think you're going to find anything better than UMAC today, even at this price right here, Brett. Is that crazy?
Yeah, I know. Look at it. They could have bought into and they'd already be making money this morning. So.
Oh my God. I'm still underweight. I mean, because it's such a no-brainer. It's such a no-brainer. 45 million. I'm like, $45 million market cap. Well, before the 65% move. And Donald Trump Jr., I'm like, why? I should be all in. Honestly, let me see if I should buy more somewhere. Up in the top 5. All right. Okay, so you have an additional tailwind in RCAT as a defense stock, plus this event after the close. Yesterday, on that anticipation, we hit 562. I think this is a really good bet. I bought some in pre-market, some trading shares on top of my core shares, because I'm anticipating a move even beyond this 510 ask here right now. All right.
Hitchcock can take it away.
I'll just leave this up for a few seconds.
I took it all the way to 550.
A few quick notes on the web while
I'm buying as much as I can.
Slide up. So
all the way to 550.
Again, we designed this in less than 5 months, and we delivered.
Look at this technical breakout. You see how beautiful this is, right? It's a little bit hard to see.
No, I see it. It's gorgeous right there. Look at that. Okay,
that's your target. 775. Okay, we're at 555, 559 now. I would not be surprised one of these days, could be today, to see UMAC up like 80%. you know, like some like PDY ended 130%. Wouldn't be surprised. So took a bet on UMAC this morning. I got to tell you, there's a possibility UMAC does something crazy like this over the next couple days. All right. I think there's a high chance, very high chance we'll see 960 again today. Good chance we'll see over 10, and definitely a possibility this thing does $10, $15, $20 over the next few days. So UMAC, all right, got to make that, even now at these prices, up 45%, got to make it the number one pick of the day. I have to tell you, as I'm thinking about it, as I'm talking about this out loud with you guys, you know, I think I got to buy some long-term shares here. I think I do. I only have exposure now in my trade account. I'm going to do it right now on the air. All right. UMAC, even though, okay, I'm going to buy it high, get it, but that's okay. All right. We're going to buy some more shares here, but this time it's going into my long-term account. I was in Mara this morning. I sold Mara to buy more UMAC, and that's looking to be the right decision. I don't think you're going to find anything better than UMAC today, even at this price right here, Brett. Is that crazy?
Yeah, I know. Look at it. They could have bought into, and they'd already be making money this morning. So.
Oh my God. I'm still underweight. I mean, because it's such a no-brainer. It's such a no-brainer. 45 million. I'm like, $45 million market cap. Well, before the 65% move. And Donald Trump Jr., I'm like, I should be all in. Honestly, let me see if I should buy more somewhere. Good morning, Story Traders. It's Tuesday, December 3rd, starting off with an early show today because at 9 a.m. we got to be live on our Discord on a live stream to catch an interview of the CEO of DEFTF, DeFi Technology. So we want to watch that together with our community. So we're doing this early. We'll be done by 8:55. And if you want to, let me switch this banner here. Which code are we using for these guys here? Brett, take care of the banner on the bottom.
All right, sounds good.
If you want to join our community, you can do that and continue the conversation at 9 a.m. in our Discord live stream. All right, this morning, let's just go. I'm not even going to do the macro. All right, ERs, I'll just let you know that CRDO had a good report last night, but too expensive for me. Marvell earnings, I think, today after the close. And Salesforce after the close. I'm not making any bets on either of those, but just let you know in case you want to play those. Okay. Individual stocks, there's a lot of news out there. So let's run through this, and we have a couple good top picks for you. First of all, PSQH, you see this up 114%. This is that alternative to Amazon for, I guess, conservatives. I don't know if you know about it. But in any case, this is kind of born out of the era of censorship, which we hope is now over. Rumble and PSQH were both kind of took off in those time periods where there was a lot of cancel culture and censorship. And that's why this kind of Amazon was created. You can see it's up 112% this morning because Donald Trump Jr. has joined the board. Now, I'm going to jump immediately to UMAC, all right, and talk about the similarities and differences here, mostly differences. Okay. I did take a small position in PSQH, but for very superficial sentiment-related reasons, it's just a scalp, small position for today. But, you know, UMAC, when they got Donald Trump Jr. on board, look what happened with the stock. Went from $7 to $23.60. Actually, in pre-market, we hit, I think we hit 25. Was that the high? Or maybe it was 23.60. Whatever it was. Actually, now I'm curious what the pre-market high was yesterday. No, it was 23.50. Okay. All right, but this is not the same situation because PSQH, their consumer-facing product, their website, they sell. They're going to try to get government contracts. So when you have someone from the government on your board, a lot different than PSQH. So Very simple, easy to understand difference there. All right. So that's why PSQH is up 120%. And it's why I'm not chomping at the bit to buy it like we did UMAC. After the news came out in UMAC, I basically went all in, even after the gap up, which paid off very, very nicely and handsomely. All right. So that's the story between PSQH and UMAC. And I guess I'm going to come back to UMAC in just a second because I do want to talk drone stocks, but I'll do that in the drone stock segment when we talk a little bit of OPTT, UMAC, and MOB. So stay tuned for that. But other news, SMCI hitting our swing target of, I said $45 to $46, but guess what? Now that it's hit that range, it looks like it's got room to $50 or so. RSI is still low. And I know Vince has probably wrote it this whole time. We called the bottom at like $18. Shame on me for not holding it the whole time. All right. I mean, we've been making money in drones. I guess I should have held it the whole time. But anyway, they're coming out every day, just reaffirming the news that here now they're saying JP Morgan's saying sideline and Supermicro, even as committee finds no wrongdoing. So basically, committee came out and said no wrongdoing. JP Morgan's staying out. Probably why I stayed out too. I just don't like to be involved in stocks that have accounting issues. But we did recognize that when they started the resolutions there, and they came up with a plan to be compliant with the NASDAQ, and they changed the CFO. All that stuff, when that was hitting, was $18. And we're like, hey, this is an easy layup to the 20 DMA. 29, after it broke that, we're like, easy layup to the 50 DMA. After it broke that, easy layup to 45, 46. And I think maybe 50's in play. But besides some small scalps, I didn't really play this heavily. Congrats to those of you who stayed with that swing the whole time. I know at least two people, I think Tony did too, in our community. Tony and Vince probably played it the whole way from 18 here to 45. So congrats on that. All right, Tesla. This was looking like it was going to break out. It may still down 1%. I'm not so concerned about this news. We're down 1% because the judge in Delaware blocked the compensation plan for Elon Musk. They're going to appeal it one way or another. This will get through. Yes, it's a negative. Yes, in the past, this really held down the stock. And then when it looked like that he was going to get the compensation, the stock really popped. So it is important. It has weighed on the stock in the past, but I just have to say our thesis of, the Trump administration connection and the inauguration, all that, I think that massively outweighs this news. So I'm not making any changes. Now, I did previously say this is the week we break 362. And if you do, then you head to the next target of 385. Maybe this delays it. I don't know. Okay. At this point, I can't predict if this sets it back for a few days or not. But as far as the proximity to the inauguration, a couple weeks before to a couple weeks after, looking for all-time new highs, that's still in play for me. This is actually my largest position, and it has been since Trump's election. Okay, now some other news. AT&T out here with long-term strategic plan at Investors Day, talking about a lot of capital return, something like, was it like $17 billion a year over 3 years, something like that? No, like $50 billion over 3 years, 17 a year, something like that, something crazy. It comes out to a yield of like over 8% between dividends and buybacks. They raised their guidance for this year on EPS, but only by a couple percentage points, not huge. So AT&T, I got better things to do as day trades go, but I did add some to my long-term account on this news. I'll try to hold it to my ultra-term long-term account, one of my IRAs. I have like different accounts. I have like ultra long-term. I got long-term. I got swing. I got day trading. Like, so every account has a different time frame. So I added it to my long-term here on this news, AT&T. All right, some news on Starlink, SpaceX. Elon Musk looking to sell shares at a valuation of $350 billion for SpaceX. I think that I forgot the math on this, but probably takes my fair value more like to 25. Before it was like in the low 20s. I think now I'm at like 25 or so on this. So there is a big premium in this. Not going to be playing it today, but that's why we have the 5% pop. MP, China put some sort of ban or restriction. Is that you, Rhett? All right. Trying to put some sort of ban or restrictions on rare earths. MP is a rare earth company. It has not been on my radar in a very, very long time. I don't know why I saw it this morning. I was just going through my list and I saw a big pre-market move. And I'm like, MP, I haven't looked at this name forever. And look at this. I have to say that even though it's up 13.6%, look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart's very interesting here. Let's look at what 2360 looks like on this chart. it looks like a blip. Honestly, I mean, is it possible this stock like moves to like $28 today or this week on this news? A couple of very smart people in our Discord community were buying MP. So between their wisdom and this stock chart, let me see what we have as far as valuations go. PE ratio forecast 59, but important. This is, I think, domestic manufacturing of rare earth minerals is MP. That's why I had on my radar. So China, I guess the thought is China's doing that in terms of retaliating for the trade wars that Trump wants to do and the tariffs Trump wants to do. So like rare earths are ours. And MP says, all right, that's great. We got rare earths here in the United States. I think that's what's going on. So MP, interesting, might make that a top 5 pick today. All right. Joby comes out after a pullback yesterday because ACHR was down after some financing. Now, Joby's much more expensive than ACHR and valuation metrics, but Joby comes out saying they got some sort of FAA compliance. Now, it doesn't look so significant to me. I feel like I've seen a ton of these. It feels like they need like many different permits to do what they need to do. And so this doesn't seem like something that's game-changing or inflection point. It just seems like one of the many permits they need. That's what it seems like. I don't know the process well, but because it just doesn't seem that significant for me. It popped up early pre-market. If this was like ACHR and they were still very cheap, that'll be a different story. But Joby being more expensive, not interested in playing that news. Man, did we ever nail ACHR? We gave you that idea the morning after the election at 3:40, saying this could benefit from Trump administration. Look at that move. All right. So let's see what other news we got over here. We covered MP, PSQH, SMCI, Tesla, AT&T, DYXZ. We did a lot, Joby. Geo updated investor presentation. It's been pulling back. I'm not playing it today. I didn't have a chance to compare the new investor presentation to the prior investor presentation that was just released this morning. But I have my eyes on for a further pullback. RSI is starting to come down. If we get here to the 20 DMA, to the 25s or something like that, I'm going to increase my position. I'm in January calls on this. I might, if February becomes available or March, might start moving to those because I'm predicting a peak in Geo stock in early to late February based on what happened in 2016. I have no reason to believe that the cycle will be different this time. All right. Might be better this time, actually. Might be more extended this time. Immigration stock. Okay. TMDX out with bad news. Got tricked on this with the break of the 20 DMA. Then they come out and their guidance missed expectations yesterday, pre-announced. I had to dump my my shares. Unfortunately, I have some call options. I have to dump those at the open too. I'm not going to play this. I'm not going to be cute and look for a nice exit. When my thesis is wrong, I sell at any price. That's how I do it. And I move on. It's just too much of a psychological weight. If I'm in something I don't want to be in, I don't care about the price. Sold right away last night, and I'll be selling my common shares my options right at the open. That's TMDX. All right. Now let's start getting into these drone stocks and getting into some of these that are going to be top picks today, I think. All right. OPTT, man, second biggest winner of the year, maybe for me. No, not the year. RCAT was of the month, let's say, in our trade account. All right. UMAC number 1 in the trade account. OPTT number 2 returns. This was incredible. Since 16 cents. Wow. Kept on hitting our targets. The last targets we gave you were 77 cents and $1. It hit the 77 cents, didn't hit the $1. We advised to sell most of your position before ER last night. All right. If you did that, you locked in huge gains. We didn't get what we wanted out of the ER. It's an ER. All right. We were looking because it was an early release. We're looking for some sort of big announcement, a partnership, a deal, something like that. We didn't get it. Stock sells off. So the sell-off makes sense. I'm out of this right now. It's taken a beating, though, down 44% at 38 cents. Wow, all the way down here. Maybe I'll keep my eye on this for some trade opportunities because it's probably fairly valued down here. Probably so many people were in this because they're expecting a big deal. Didn't come, so now you're getting this maybe a buying opportunity, OPTT, but not going to be the number 1 pick. Okay, UMAC. I am looking for round 2 in UMAC. Now, unlike PSQH, which we just talked about, this is real. And I think you have many more waves up on UMAC this year. Market cap, 125 million. I think there's a good chance you look later in 2025 and you're looking at a $300, $400, $500 million stock, maybe more if they get large government contracts. So I think you're going to have many more waves up. You got massive, massive support here at this area, 1170 or so. If it hits that, I've already started buying yesterday. And I'm not afraid of this move down, and I'll be buying more. Wow, that's a very important level, actually. What is it? 1180. Wow, 1180. It was resistance, and then it was the breakout level too. As soon as it went past 1180, boom, you went to 25. So if you're lucky enough to see 1180 today, I'm going to be increasing my position in UMAC. Currently down in the tranche I started adding yesterday, but no problem. Not us to two stocks, which I think are going to be in the top 5 today. All right. One of them is going to be MOB. Oh, we gotta finish quick. All right. We got to go to our Discord live stream. So MOB, I'll just say, all right, this, we think, both myself and Godfather did the research on this, and we think this is now the cheapest drone stock in play by far. All right. We have a drone list here. Every one of these drone stocks, let's go to the daily. Look at these drone stocks. $1 to 12, down at 7. All right. RCAT 3 to 12. UMAC. All right. 2 to 23. OPTT 16 cents to 81. MOB just getting started. This is early, folks, and it hasn't had its move yet. And that's why on valuation multiples, whether you're looking at look at the market cap, their cash, their balance sheet, the EV to sales, the recent earnings report, the recent partnerships and press releases and deals they've made. This is now the best valued drone stock in the whole entire sector. It is my largest trade position right now. I'm looking forward to a much larger move in the near term. And we're trying to get the CEO so we can interview the CEO. That'll be great. So MOB, all right, MP, and then DFTF, DEFTF. We're got to leave like in 60 seconds to go listen to the CEO on StockTwits Live or something. Some interview there. They just announced this morning, record AUM. This is a crypto stock. Guess what they have, which interests me? They have an ETF. I've been looking for a way to play Ripple in the public markets, and you really can't. Maybe Coinbase, okay? This is maybe another one. DFTF has a ETF for Ripple. Doesn't trade in the States, trades in some other markets. But anyway, they have lots of ETFs for cryptos. They hold some Bitcoin. Interesting name. It looks really cheap. Godfather did a lot of research on this for us. The news came out this morning. Interview right now in a few minutes. Got to run. So that's going to be a top 5 pick along with MOB, along with MP. All right. Those are going to be the top picks for the day in terms of ordering them. You know what? I have to put a bounce for UMAC in here. So I'm going to throw UMAC in the top 5 as well. I'm going to make MOB number 1, DEFTF number 2. All right. MP number 3, UMAC number 4. And that's it. PSQH doesn't even make the top 5. It's just a scalp, kind of for fun. We'll see what happens. Rhett, we have to go. All right. So let's head on over.
Yes, we do.
Let's head on over to the Discord live stream, and we'll get that interview, DEFTF, up. And maybe it'll become the number 1 pick after we listen to that interview. See you guys.
Sounds good. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.